Welcome to episode 2 of Flow Mechanics, the series where I teach you how to perform advanced mace flow techniques. In each episode, we will cover a flow principle, learn advanced movements, and tie everything together into one advanced flow. Today's episode is inspired by a viewer called Bionic Buddha, who wants to learn how to do high and low back passes like they saw me do in one of my free flow videos. So today I'll teach you how to perform both the high and the low back pass, and then go into a flow that ties both together at once. We're gonna dive in now, but first, let's see the flow. To start today, we're gonna begin with the flow principle. The one that applies for today's lesson is about mace balance. Anytime that we're moving the mace from one hand to the other, especially in some kind of a fancy pattern like I'm going to teach us today, you have to make sure that you are keeping the balance point of the mace firmly in your grasp. You can find the balance point by simply finding where the mace roughly balances out. It's not gonna be right next to the head of the mace unless it's very heavy. It should be a couple of inches away. And this is really important because that is how we keep things efficient as we move through. If I'm trying to do a spin and I'm really far from the head of the mace, I have to work a lot harder. My grip has to work a lot harder, and it's less coordinated. So we want to make sure that we're keeping our hand in the center point of the mace until we're doing something where we're intentionally letting the head of the mace be as far away as possible. So keep this principle in mind as we go through today's moves. Our first movement is going to be the high back pass because it's a little bit simpler and it illustrates some of the points of today's principle. To begin, I'm gonna be holding the mace in one hand around the balance point. And next what I'm going to do is just bring the mace behind my head, grab hold, and then pull down. And this is the most basic form of a back pass. It's simply pushing it vertical and then pulling through as I switch hands. And you can even do like an exercise like a shield cast, for example, which is intentionally challenging, in which I'm going to bring the mace behind, grab hold, and pull through. This is a great one for your shoulders, by the way. But otherwise, for our back pass, I'm just going to practice making this really nice and efficient as I move the mace from one hand to the other behind my head. Now we're going to move on to the low back pass, which is much more challenging. The low back pass is a spin, which means that we are going to be spinning the mace around as we go through the process of switching hands. So in contrast to the high back pass, where I'm really just handing off the mace essentially, the low back pass is going to have a full 360-degree spin. So how to perform? I am going to hold the mace again at the balance point. You can see there's only a couple of inches between my hand and the mace head. So what I'm going to do is point the mace to the side. I'm going to slowly drop the tip down, swing it around. So now it's vertical, pointing up, parallel to my spine. You'll see my other hand grabs hold near the head of the mace in the gap made between my hand and the head of the mace. And then I'm going to release my opposite hand, drop the mace down, and spin out to the side. And that is all that there really is. The trick is being able to speed it up, so then it looks super cool. So that is how you go through the actual back pass itself, the low back pass anyway. Now, as you probably noticed, a really helpful component to the low back pass is going to be adding momentum. So when I'm dropping it around, I'm trying to not keep it really, really still, although this is important for learning. What I'm actually going to be trying to do is drop the mace down, grab hold, and spin. And as I am able to add a little bit more momentum, it becomes much easier to go through the whole low back pass. To perform this flow, I'm going to begin by holding the mace with a little bit of room between my hand and the head of the mace. Tail is going to point up and to the side a little bit. Next, I'm going to drop the tail down, grab hold, and then I'm going to spin to the side. So I've completed my low back pass. Now the high back pass, I'm going to bring it behind my head, grab hold, pull through. Continue by pulling down into the low back pass, pulling up, and then continuing right into the high back pass. So I'm making one full circle with each rotation here. So low, high, low, high. So that's all there is to it. And then you can also, of course, switch the direction. So I can start, again, pointing the tail out. I'm gonna drop it down, reconnect, spin, and then high back pass. And you can continue the same cycle. you might notice that one side is easier than the other to perform. So this is our flow for today. This teaches you both the low back pass and the high back pass, two incredibly fun and cool transitions to use in your flows, and definitely try it out and enjoy. Thanks again so much, Bionic Buddha. I love making videos like this. If anyone else has questions about how to perform advanced mace flows, be sure to comment below and I'll make a video about it. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to level up your mace skills fast. And I'll see you on the next Flow Made Simple video. Peace.